Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who wanted a general reading. And I just wanted to say thank you to this person for allowing your reading to be public so that it could benefit other people. So if you somehow stumbled across this reading, just know this is someone's personal reading. So if you would like to purchase your own, feel free to contact me at castleintheclouds01@gmail.com, and all of my info is also in the description below. But also feel free to watch this video and maybe the message is also for you. So this person basically has a lot on their mind. And I have to say, I feel like I'm reading like the story of my life like a couple years ago. So the first message I have for you is that a lot can happen in a year. That is my first message to you and to everyone who's watching. You guys, a lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen in a couple months. So where you're at right now does not define you. But yeah, this person's basically living with their parents. They really want to like decorate their space and get new furniture and kind of like spruce it up and like try to get creative and like figure something out. But at the same time, they want to travel the world. And maybe try to get out of their comfort zone or maybe move somewhere or something like that. They're basically been working this job that definitely is not their dream job. It's just paying the bills, and they want to find a way out of this cycle so that they can do what they love, be creative, travel, and enjoy the world. And I'm freaking out, you guys. That's what I'm doing now. I'm so shocked. A couple of years ago, that was pretty much my story. And now I am traveling the world. I have endless abundance. I have tons of money. I have just everything I could have ever wanted. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of shocking. And I'm, making my money doing everything creatively. I'm a fashion stylist and creative director. I'm a writer. And I'm also, a tarot reader on this channel, a clairvoyant consultant. So you can make your own job for yourself. And that's the first thing I want you to know, is that you have an incredible opportunity where you're at, living with your parents, to be able to perhaps like figure out like from a springboard where you want to go next. But the problem is that there's a lot of toxic energy around your parents. It's very draining to you emotionally. And I'm definitely feeling, like some toxic energy around there. And maybe just, it might not be a healthy or safe place for you to be able to do that. And you're going to have to determine that. And we're going to see like what the cards have to say about all of this, of course. But first things, my intuition, just tapping into the situation, I feel like this is a really good place you're at right now, like to be asking these questions, to to admit that you want more in your life. It's very brave of you, very courageous of you. It's really easy to just accept what you've accepted your whole life and to not want to change it. But we get to these situations where we get so uncomfortable where we're at. We're so bored or so frustrated that, we eventually create the change. And I see you very much right now as the caterpillar, getting ready to go into the cocoon. It's like you're eating up all this knowledge and all this wisdom. You're asking all these questions, and ultimately you're gonna be going into this time of like solitude and silence to like figure things out and to really decide what it is that you want. And you're gonna be working really hard in your cocoon to figure out, like, to get to your next step. And then pretty soon you'll be ready to bust out and get your wings and fly and show all your hard work off and have the harvest and the fruits of your labor, explore, enjoy the world. And I see this butterfly is a huge symbol of you and your transformation. As cliche as it is, the butterfly spirit animal is really coming out for you. And I think that you should just be really open right now to what this path has for you. I believe in you. You can get out of it. And I was able to do all of this and accomplish all of this while I was absolutely depressed and recovering from horrific trauma. So if you're recovering from trauma, if you're feeling kind of depressed, you can still do it. I started this business in bed, literally in bed with depression. I drew cards and that eventually like lifted my spirits enough to be able to like get out of bed and like set up a camera and like, you know, start talking to people. So I'm just being vulnerable a little bit and sharing to you guys, like, you don't always have to be perfect and 100% ready to and have everything all perfect in your life in order to move forward or accomplish things. I still show up at all of my creative directing and styling and makeup jobs freaking out and like sweating and shaking and like nervous and with tons of anxiety that I deal with, but I still do it. So feel the fear and do it anyway. There's limitless and endless possibilities for who you can be and like what you can become in this life. You can try different things, you can change your mind, you can do it all, you can have it all. When you fail and when you mess up, you can just fail forward and you can use it as a learning tool. So allow me to enlighten you. That there's a whole other perception for how you can look at this in your situation. The situation you're in is actually an opportunity. So they're wanting you to stay optimistic, and they're telling you you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. You know, this is you having a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. You might even be receiving signs lately and messages around you to like that, to basically try to move forward with something. Because I feel like what you need to do is make a decision. Like a decision needs to be made on like what you're going to be working towards. Because you're in a situation where you're set, like you're not really struggling for your survival. And so there's space. But I'm seeing these two cards are coming out. The transformation card, the death card. In order for you to move forward, there's going to be things you're going to have to let go of. For instance, if you want to travel, you might have to let go of your whole idea of getting furniture and stuff like that. And you might actually have to, anything you've been spending your money on and things that you like to collect and that are fun and like, you know, you might have to kind of cut back on that to save up if you want to travel. And so you're going to have to let go of some things if you want to move forward. And I see you going on a new journey, ultimately leaving your family. And I feel like that's what this is about. Like you're dragging your feet, but it's time for you to go. And I see that it's time for you to go and you're ready. You're ready to take this leap into the unknown. But there's this frustration you have. There's frustration about doing this. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. Don't worry. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards for you on the situation. I feel like you're very curious. Like you're very curious about the world and what it has to offer you, and like you should let your curiosity lead you forward. You shouldn't let your family and your parents influence you. They're pretty much gonna shoot down any idea you have. I feel like you're working with the situation like where you haven't been able to move forward because you can't find an idea that pleases them. Like they're not really like down for like, so you're just kind of working and you're dragging your feet, but you got to realize like maybe you're not, whatever idea you have, they're not going to agree with. You got to make your own decision here. So this is really sweet. They're saying to have hope and to be reassured. Like there's a path for you, but you're needing to learn how to listen to yourself. A lot of this has to do with codependency. And look, how do I understand all of this? Because I've been through it. I've been through the situation that you're pretty much in. So I understand it. And you're probably just really codependent and trying to get your family's opinion on what you want to do with your life. And you're really needing to just go on your own journey and figure it out for yourself and not let their opinions and their influences get to you too much, because you're just at the beginning here and you need the space to like try things and to mess up and to take risks. And you know, this is the time in your life where you can take risks and get away with it. I feel like you have like this huge opportunity with where you're at right now in your path to really take risks and to try something new. And so they're saying there's going to be a lot of synchronicity coming into your life and things lining up to like point you in a certain direction. So they're wanting you to be open with that. So this is exciting. Things are really going to be changing for you. Now I'm going to lay out a whole spread for you and see what else the cards have to say about your situation. Okay. I saw these two cards trying to come out earlier, and this is talking about having boundaries. Like, you need to learn how to have boundaries right now with your family members, because in order for you to like get anything done, you need to have space. And I feel like this has been something you've been learning. Like, you've kind of already like found a way to work around them, but obviously you need more space. And so this might mean actually going, they're saying you need to get out of your cave. You might need to actually leave your home and go to another location and maybe try to get your own place. So you probably need to decide, this is all about setting intentions and deciding what you want. What do you want the finished product to look like? Do you want a new apartment? Do you want to travel, like you mentioned? Is there something else you want? Do you really want to stay and get the new furniture? So you need to really start visualizing and daydreaming, and just don't judge yourself. Don't think about like, oh, that's too much money and that's going to cost a lot. I feel like you're caught in a lack mentality. This truly is an unlimited universe, and you have the ability to manifest money. Do me a favor and Google the law of attraction. Google how to manifest money, and there you go. And just look up whatever videos and whatever information resonates with you. If something sounds fake or it doesn't work for you, then it's not for you. Eventually you'll find something that resonates and that works for you, and bam, you've manifested money. That's my story. I got to a situation in my life where I realized like I had to figure something out. I came from a family that was kind of toxic, and I came from a situation where I didn't have any financial support from them, and I had to figure out how I was going to move forward. And you know, as a woman in the world on your own, that can be really difficult and terrifying. And I feel like what's happened, you've done really well for yourself, and you have this amazing job, and you have some tools and resources, and you're learning how to have boundaries so that you can create the sacred space you need to move forward and become, you know, flow into your life purpose and soul mission. But you're needing to decide what you want, and you're needing to like daydream about it and like think about it or write about it. And you know what I did? I went on Pinterest and I made like some mood boards about what I wanted, and it was awesome. It's kind of crazy like how your brain and your subconscious lets these things in. As you look at these images, it's basically taking it in, and it's overall helping you manifest. So a lot of manifesting has to do with the images that you're seeing, like the thoughts that you're thinking, your subconscious. And I'll go ahead and show you one of my boards. Check this out. I made a mood board for my dream home. It's so crazy. Like, I just pinned a whole bunch of pictures and all these places like I want to travel to, and now I'm literally going to be like living somewhere like this. I'm not even kidding you. It's kind of nuts. So basically anything that you imagine and that you like see and like that you want to have for yourself, you can have it. And there's like tips and tricks and stuff to do it. A lot of it has to do with healing yourself and clearing out your root chakra, and it's like a whole other thing. I could probably spend this whole video talking about it. Trust me, I'm going to be having a workshop on it soon. I want to have like a how to like manifest with me in March workshop. So maybe in March there's going to be something like that coming up on the channel, so stay tuned. But just research it, and then you can let go of your lack mentality and stop thinking that you're doomed to be poor for your whole life. It's unfortunate that you have to start at the bottom, but starting at the bottom is actually a really awesome opportunity, and you don't want to like miss out on like all the creativity you have. I had to shop at the thrift store when I was growing up, and that basically helped me become a fashion stylist ultimately. I learned how to create all these crazy outfits out of all these like strange clothes and pair them all together to make looks I liked and to like create runway recreations. And I've always just kind of taken what I've had and did my best with it and like turned it into something awesome. And that's what alchemy is. So they're saying if life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Turn all of this into something that's going to serve you. So take inspiration from where you've come from, you know, honor and respect where you've come from, even if it's toxic or even if it's hard for you to work around your family or you're just feeling the pressure, you're feeling squeezed from them. You can still take inspiration. Like, it's still a situation that you came into, and like honor and respect that and like learn from it, and you know, be grateful for your path. And I feel like it's time for you to face your fears. The universe is going to be generous with you, but here's the thing. First you take action, then the money comes. So they're wanting you to figure out what you want and like to start taking action on it, and to start saving up, and to start thinking of, you know, different ways to move forward. So overall, create a mood board. Go on Pinterest, you know, create a mood board for the furniture, create a mood board for, you know, traveling, and create a mood board for whatever else you want to do. And then look at all the mood boards and see which one's the most appealing, and then delete the ones that you don't want, and that you know, choose one, you know, try to choose one, delete the others, and work towards it. And, you know, ground yourself by looking at the mood board and adding more stuff to it, and pray. Yeah, I'm going to basically going on a tangent of how to manifest. I want to teach you how to manifest so bad, but that would be like a 3-hour video. But please do me a favor and Google it and YouTube it and have fun. It's a really fun process and experience. And don't get discouraged if your manifestations don't come through right away or exactly when you want them to. It's always really interesting to see how the whole situation pans out. But I've had a lot of good luck with it. I've manifested a lot. I've manifested so much. It's incredible, and it's really fun. And you're probably manifesting all the time, whether you realize it. You're manifesting with your thoughts, with your repeated, you know, visions and visualizations, with the actions that you take, the decisions that you make, with your feelings. So basically awareness is key. Being more aware of like the choices that you're making and where it's actually taking you. Taking conscious control over your life. So let's move on. We're gonna pull just a couple more cards for you in your situation, but I'm hoping this is helping. Clarity. Oh, you got the obedience card. Yeah, you're feeling kind of like afraid to like leave your family situation, because like you feel like you need to be like obedient to like the structure of the family and like how it, like all of it is. And it's just time to break free. You know, it's time to break free. And they're saying clarity is deciding like what you want and like what your truth is, and following your heart and following your passions, not anyone else's passions or opinions or ideas. And they're saying let that rejuvenate you. Rejuvenate yourself by knowing that it's safe for you to decide what you want to do in your life. It's safe for you to be who you are. It's safe for you to have passions and interests and hobbies and talents. It's safe for you to try new things. It's safe for you to try a new path, and even to fail and mess up and whatever, then just find another one that works. It's safe for you to walk your path and to be open. This openness card is at the bottom of the deck, and it keeps flashing at me every time I pick the deck up. And it's like, be open to where your path wants to take you. And it's time for you to take your power. And the fire card's coming out. It's like power and fire, like to move forward and to be fierce and unafraid to make your decisions. And the universe is going to bend over backwards to help you. The universe bent over backwards to help me basically with my fashion. And the universe went way out of its way to orchestrate all sorts of synchronicities and help and helpful people. And you know, the universe hooked me up with this channel and with you and all these people that are watching. And the universe hooked me up with like all this money and like all these amazing friends. And I'm just going off on a tangent because there's a lot of love out there for you. And just be open to it, receive it, ask, you know, start praying to the universe, you know, cultivate a relationship with the universe and with yourself, and which is an extension of the universe. And look for the signs. And what you seek is seeking you. You have this ability to manifest whatever you want into your life. The universe wants to help you. It's simply waiting for you to make up your mind on what you want. It's just waiting. It's on standby, just waiting for you to create just a little bit of momentum in the direction of your dreams. You take one step and the universe meets you in the middle, with the, the help, the assistance, the money, or maybe even a test, a roadblock, or an obstacle to help teach you. So just be open, be open. If there's a test, if there's an obstacle, if there's a roadblock, don't give up. Like, trust in that. Like, you're meant to flow through it. You're meant to be like, challenge accepted. All right, let's do this. Let's flow through this, So pay attention to what's appearing in your path right now. It's time for you to make some very important decisions, and everybody in the soul family is rooting for you. We need you to flow into your purpose, because you're gonna help create more love and more light on this planet. And you're doing really good, but if you stay where you're at, and you stay unhappy and limited, it's gonna be hard, So move forward, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now, and everything's happening in divine timing. So nurture yourself. I just, my message to you is so nurturing, because I'm feeling like that's what you need. You need to hear that. You haven't received that nurturing, and they're telling you to nurture yourself, and there's a inner child deep inside of you that longs to be comforted, that longs to be held. So hug yourself, hold yourself, and nurture yourself through this experience. It's gonna be scary, like leaving everything you knew behind, but it's also gonna be really thrilling, and it's gonna be exciting, and it's gonna open you up, and you're gonna experience everything you've ever wanted to experience. So break free, break free. Anyone out there who needs to break free from their family or from just a situation that's no longer serving them, let's break free, you guys. It's time. Break free 2018. Peace out.